Don't get me wrong, being the host of a television show is great. However, sometimes I feel like I'm, Lucille Ball in the Chocolate Factory. You know what I'm saying, right? Well, honestly, I think I do great work here. I'm really, really good on the Google and the Facebook, and I've done a lot of real estate. So what do you say? When can I start?
Olivia, what are you doing? We talked about this. You can't hire anyone until the third quarter.
I need to think on this. Where's my blankie?
Inspired by Olivia's entrepreneurial spirit, I set out to find what it takes to run your own business and be a great entrepreneur. My first stop was Momentum, an organization that offers a business development program for women, where I met Molly, a business advisor. So Molly, thanks for taking time for us today. We're all about entrepreneurism and looking at Momentum and all that it offers. Can you give us a little bit clearer insight as to what Momentum does here in Calgary?
So Momentum is a really great not-for-profit here in Calgary because not only do they spend their time and resources educating the public on financial literacy issues, they also take it a step further and don't focus on just getting people into careers, but instead also starting businesses, which is the business development program that I work with here at Momentum.
That is awesome. So when we look at that, what does business development, what makes a good entrepreneur? What are some of the key assets somebody needs?
There are so many checklists out there as to what makes a really good entrepreneur, but in my experience, an entrepreneur is just someone who really loves what they do. They have a passion about their idea, and they're not willing to stop until they have reached their mark. I've seen so many different people, and the ideas are very difficult. They have very lofty goals, and the difference between success and not is often just how hard they're willing to work and how much they're willing to sacrifice for it.
Now, with you having a financial background and coming to Momentum and helping to business coach these people to the next level, if you were to give us a few key tips or ideas around next step for success, what would that be?
Well, I would say the biggest thing would be to not be terrified by the numbers. It's a very normal thing for people to just focus on the idea, focus on the customer, focus on everything, and just be too afraid to open their books. But I don't find that necessarily helps from the next step standpoint. So my biggest tip would just be to get very familiar with the books. We have a term here or a reference that we call Financial Fridays, where we try to get most of our new entrepreneurs to open their books at least once a week. And who doesn't love alliteration? So we picked Friday. And that way, you know exactly where you're going, what you're doing right, what needs to be looked at, and what to go from there.
And here in Calgary right now, we need entrepreneurs, right? So what are some different areas that you're seeing people advancing into with entrepreneurialism?
Well, one thing that I really love about Momentum is that I've seen everything. Coming from a commercial banking background, we didn't deal a lot with very many restaurants, just because of the risk portfolio. Whereas here, there's food, there's makeup, there's skincare, there's construction, there's just, if there is an idea for a business, it is here. And I think that that's so wise because we are living in a time where, working for a company for 40 years and hoping that you get this amazing pension, it's not a thing anymore. Definitely. It's no longer as safe to just be an employee. In the world of layoffs and, minimum wage and the cost of actually living, if you have an idea, it just makes sense to become an entrepreneur. And I think Alberta is a great province to do that in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Molly. This is wonderful. Molly has some great advice, but I wanted to hear from a few people who had already started their own business. First, I sat down with Parisa. So, talking about leadership, Momentum.
Right.
You went to Momentum, and how was that experience, and how did they help you get to where you are?
So, prior to Momentum, I actually had a failed social entrepreneurship. And that was during law school. I got good grades for it, but in my mind it was a failure because I couldn't get it off of the ground. When I started Calgary Legal Coaching, I knew at that point that I needed more than just my gusto or my leadership. So I turned to Momentum, a community development economic organization, to help me come up with a business plan. And they helped from drafting the business plan. They gave me business coaching. They gave me accounting advice. We had multiple speakers on having a sustainable business. Even speakers were scheduled for self-defense. So these are things that when you're starting up a business, you really need to know, or you really need someone else to put in their perspective. And not only was it just a coach to or a professor to student relationship, it was a women's venture program. So we were all launching our businesses at that point in time. And I can't tell you how much that enthusiasm, how much that support, how much that feeling of togetherness and camaraderie brought to my business. So there's a piece of every one of my classmates in this as well.
So is there one piece of practical advice that you think kind of blankets all businesses that people should look into first?
The sooner you acknowledge your need for support, the better things get, the faster things move. And, you know, some people think that getting help is a sign of weakness, or that they should be able, or they would have been able to do things better off on their own. But having that constructive criticism, having that support group, having that voice to hear you out, even if it is just to listen, it's better than going to bed and putting your ear on that pillow at night and just ruminating over things that can be dealt with so quickly once you have that support.
So lean into your community.
Cheers. Yeah. Lean into your community.
That's awesome. Thank you. Next, I talked to Jessie, another Momentum alumni. Jessie, thanks for inviting me over. No Doubt Beauty, no doubt. You do lashes, correct?
Yeah, lash extensions. We do microblading, threading. Microneedling is our next available service.
Okay, that sounds painful. What is microneedling?
It may be a little painful. There is numbing involved.
Okay.
So what it is called professionally is collagen induction therapy. And so it can be actually used anywhere on the body. And it's a handheld device, and you would just kind of run it over the client's face to stimulate collagen growth and production. And so it erases fine lines, wrinkles, scarring. It's great for acne treatment.
Now, you're a mother of 3.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
very busy, very, very busy. What does this dream and now fulfillment of being an entrepreneur and moving forward, what do you think that inspires for your children and the next generation?
No Doubt Beauty was actually something I created in 2012 with no skills to, bring forth the business. I just had this dream of creating a spiritual center. And then I'm very spiritual, and my guides told me that I would have to find something to do to bring in the customers and the clients. And so that's when, in 2016, when my sister recommended that I start doing lashes, I was like, okay, we could be onto something. And so everything just kind of snowballed from there. And now my children, they do see me, and they're really proud. And my daughter, before I came here today, was like, can I have your autograph? So I was like, yes, I've made it, right?
Thank you so much for being an entrepreneur here in Calgary, providing some spiritual guidance to those who are in search of the guidance that they need to make their lives a little bit better. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
With Parisa and Jessie's advice, I had more confidence than ever to start my own business. But confidence isn't enough. How was I going to get the startup cash? How should I legally structure my business? Luckily, my experts, Jeremy and Jeff, had me covered. Hey, Jeremy. I have a girlfriend that wants to start her own business, and she wants to know, can she refinance her home to gain some money to start up her business?
That is an awesome question, Kim, and one that we get regularly. How do we free up capital from our residents so that we can put it towards either an existing business or building a new business? Keep in mind that when we do the refinance, there's a couple of different ways we can do it. We can do it by way of a line of credit, or we can do it by way of a traditional mortgage. Again, working out cost of borrowing, that sort of thing is very important. However, before we go that route, I would like to first ask him, of your friend, one, is she employed today or is she self-employed? If she's employed, it's a pretty easy process. If she's self-employed, I will have a few more questions to ask. For example, tenure, is she sole proprietor, is she incorporated, cash flow, those sorts of things. I would also love and encourage all clients who are self-employed today to allow us to sit down, formulate a plan with the accountant together to help put you in the best possible position moving forward. And again, your mortgage broker is the best point of contact. Remember, as Benjamin Franklin once said, failing to plan is planning to fail. For more information on this topic, please give us a call or look us up online at canadamortgagedirect.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Kahane from Kahane Law Office, and I'm going to talk to you today about starting your own business. And there's nothing more exciting than starting your own business. What do you need to know? Most important, you have to decide, are you going to be a sole proprietor or are you going to incorporate? Sole proprietor just means that you're doing the business on their own. You want to sell pencils, you go buy pencils, you sell pencils, that's your business. It's your money you earn is yours. If you screw up, you get sued. If you want to incorporate, then you form a corporation. It's going to cost you a little more, but there may be some tax savings, and talk to your tax professional because those laws are changing all the time, and you get liability protection. So if the company gets sued, it gets sued, they're not suing you personally, you get that added protection. You want to make sure you talk to someone like a lawyer to find out if you got which way is better for you in your situation. And you want to make sure that you do things properly, that if you incorporate, that's what you want to do, that it's done right, you have your minute book, you have everything set up right. So have fun, enjoy your business. That's all we have for you today, and we'll see you again next week.
All that financial and legal talk made me crave something sugary and fun. I took a little side trip to visit my friends at Family Squeezed. Jeremy, thanks so much for having me out. Family Squeeze, one of my favorite family activities to do. But tell me, what exactly is Family Squeezed?
We are fresh squeezed lemonade, and we run food trucks. That's what we do. So we don't use any syrups or any of the, you get a lemonade and you take a sip of it and you're like, it tastes like cleaning agent. That's not us. So we use fresh fruit, fresh herbs. We have pneumatic presses in the truck that squish and press all of our fruit, shake it up with a bit of sugar and ice, and water, of course, and that's how we make them.
What was the kind of driving force behind doing this with your family?
Well, I'd say the big driving force was my wife, Jennifer. She wanted to do something with everybody. So something with our kids, something with our nephews and nieces, and we also have quite a few siblings in town. So we thought, what can we do as a family that's fun, that gets us outside, gets us working, and can teach these kids how to work.
What are we going to commit to right now? I heard that you have lots of great things going on here. So it's not just lemonade.
Correct.
What are you going to make for me first?
So first, one of the things that we have here in South Centre Mall is the Bulldog float. So we use a Pop Shop pop, and we also use one of our ice pops that we make. Okay, so it's root beer. Now hidden in there, you can kind of see it in there in the stick, so you can pull it out when you're brave enough, is the ice pop. So it's a root beer ice pop, and that's inspired by every Christmas we make homemade root beer. So we bottle it ourselves and that sort of thing. So this is the same recipe that we use.
Oh, that's good. Sugar craving satisfied. It was time to get back to business. That's when I received the daily question on my kids' mind, what's for dinner? Although cooking wasn't at the top of my mind just yet, the mention of dinner got me thinking about dining rooms and homes.
Hi, I'm Monique Shaw with Homes Sold Beautifully Staging and Design, and today I'm here to explain to you the benefits of styling your dining room for a quicker sale on your property. Buyers aspire to purchase your lifestyle as much as your home, so styling your space is crucial so that you make more money and sell your home more quickly. So let's go inside and take a look. So welcome to the dining area. The dining room is where memories are made, so make sure that yours feels memorable. We start our day at the dining table and we entertain our friends and family here for special occasions. So making sure that this room feels luxurious, inviting, and welcoming is crucial. So how do we get started? Well, obviously you need a table and chairs. If you have a smaller property like a condo, you would have a table and 2 chairs. A larger home would probably take a table with 4 seats, and if you have a much larger luxurious property, you would want at least 6 to 8 seats at your dining table. So let's get our accessories and see how the rest of the room turns out, shall we? They say that food is life, and the reasons why restaurants are so successful is because they usually have them decorated so beautifully to make it feel warm, ambient, and inviting. So what have we added to this room? Well, after adding our table and chairs, we've added a beautiful linen runner, some gorgeous candles to make it feel a little bit more luxurious, charger plates with linen napkins and some napkin ring holders. And on each plate, we've put a couple of artichokes. In the middle, we've added a vase, a beautiful star, and nice floral just to pull it all together. Behind me, we've added a gallery wall of artwork. And this completes our setting with finally a rug underneath for warmth and ambience. So we hope you've enjoyed learning about how to style your dining room. And we thank you so much for joining us today. Again, I'm Monique Shaw of Home Sold Beautifully Staging and Design, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Crystal Toss with RE/MAX Realty Professionals. Welcome to 199 Sienna Hills Drive. This 2-story walkout boasts 4,600 square feet of developed space, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. Come on, let's take a look at the dining room. This home is perfect for entertaining, and it all starts here in the dining room. Imagine having family dinners in this great detailed space, and it's open concept to the formal living room. Let's go take a look at the kitchen. At the heart of this home, you'll find the chef-inspired kitchen, complete with luxurious granite countertops, brand new upgraded appliances, which include a steam oven, a convection oven, as well as a gas cooktop. Follow me, let's go look at the master bedroom. There are a total of 4 bedrooms upstairs. Here we are in the oversized master, complete with walk-in closet and gorgeous downtown view. Just off of the master bedroom, you'll find the spa-inspired ensuite, completely renovated with freestanding tub and glass-enclosed shower. Finally now, down into the walkout level of this home, you'll find a media room, games room, and of course a family room with a wet bar. Just behind, you'll find the 5th bedroom as well as a bath. Thank you so much for joining us on this home tour. For more information, please visit our website.
Looking at that home for sale had me thinking of my friends at APHIS. Each member runs their own business. Maybe I could be a home inspector. What exactly does a home inspector do?
Good morning, my name is Paul Lebron with Insight Home Inspections, and this morning I'd like to talk about what we do on a home inspection and why. As inspectors, we like to start on the roof. The best way to inspect a roof is by walking on it, although sometimes you can't. What we're looking for is damaged or missing shingles, and the view is usually pretty good too. The next thing we like to check is the exterior. We're looking at things like the exterior cladding, windows and doors, as well as the roof drainage and lock grading. As inspectors, we'll spend most of our time in the utility room. We'll take the cover off the service panel and inspect for overheated wires, double tapping, wire to breaker size. We'll also do a performance test on the heating system, as well as check for leaks on any of the plumbing system. And it's always important to remember, when you're looking for a home inspector, do your due diligence. Make sure they're licensed by the government, and of course, an APHIS professional home inspector.
Back on my entrepreneurial journey, I focused on the basics of any good business: pens and paper.
Hi, welcome to Recess. I'm Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. This
Great
is
to meet you.
awesome.
Thanks.
Cute store. Okay, so
Yeah.
Kyle, I'm gonna start a home business. We have a card table, a chair, and a laptop. Goal is to make $1 million next year.
Sure.
So where do I start? What's
I
first
think
thing?
we need to start with a notebook. We need something to capture all of our ideas. So let's head over here.
Awesome.
Yeah, so when we're, starting to generate ideas and track our week and plan things, there's a couple of things that we might need. Something like this notepad would be great. Other things that I like, are certain things that just like open up flat and we can track everything that we do. There's all different types of paper and things that we like, so it's always just best to find the one that fits you.
So I have my paper, so I'm guessing the next stop is?
Yeah, we need a pen.
We need a
Yeah,
pen.
let's head over here.
Colors.
All right, yeah,
Some
so
colors.
I know, so as we're like, we have our notebook, we need something to like track everything and write everything down. So when we have like a huge amount of options when we're writing with different tools. And so it's best to find the one that just fits you well. Try a bunch of things out. Do you like things colorful? You don't have to write in black ink. You can write in pink ink. You can write in whatever you want.
What do you love? Like, there's so much here. What's
Yeah.
the one thing that you just love in the store?
That I love in the store.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like things that are organized. So I like to find things that are going to keep all of my, tools, all of my pieces all together at the same time. Certain things like this where I can, put all my different pens and, different tools and papers all together is an excellent option.
Why Recess for a shop that's going to sell me tools to work?
Right. The idea just sort of came naturally with, when we were in school, it was about having fun, and recess was the thing we looked forward to. And I think, coming up with ideas, being an entrepreneur is fun. And really, the name of the shop just came about to have the tools to do so. And that's what I think the tools and all the things that we're filling our basket with are.
Oh, you rock. You rock. Calgary needs more Kyles. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stocked with all the necessary items and some not so necessary, it was time to make my home office more comfortable. That meant chairs and a desk, and giving Calgary's dry air top of my comfort list was a humidifier.
How many of us sit at a desk all day long? Do you know that sitting is just as bad as smoking? A balance of movement between sitting and standing is where it's at for an optimal working environment. Being in one position for a long period of time is really bad for our bodies. Recently, there's been a huge increase in the amount of standing desks in corporate and home offices. Research has found that people who use standing desks feel twice the amount of energy compared to sitting all day. It may seem counterintuitive, but these desks have been attributed to better posture, reduced leg and back pain, weight loss, and overall general better health. This is because we already feel like moving when we're in a standing position. The best way to use a standing desk would be to have your computer at eye level, about 2 feet away from your face. Wrists should be flat on the desk and arms comfortable at a 90-degree position. Make sure you wear comfy shoes and move from side to side to change up your posture. There are even these standing chairs to go with these desks. They are adjustable and have the ability to tilt so that you can actively perch while you work. These are similar to those exercise balls that people use to sit at their desks. They improve core stability. If you do have to sit in a chair, make sure it has armrests. Armrests support our shoulder and neck muscles, and they can really start to hurt if they go unsupported. I really love the adjustable lumbar curvature support of this ergonomic chair. Remember, when you start to slouch, it's time to move. You'll also want decent task lighting. Our eyes need 20 times the amount of light to read a paper-based document. A combination of overhead and task lighting will actually reduce eye strain. Thanks for joining me at Heritage Business Interiors. If you have any questions on how to make your office more comfortable and functional, reach out to me at anainteriors.com. Thanks, and see you next time.
Welcome to Canyon Plumbing and Heating. My name is Jason Chupik, and it's glad to have you back. Today I'm here with Jason. He's our HVAC manager. So Jason, Why do we need a humidifier in our house?
Well, we all know it's dry in our house. We get itchy skin, static electricity shocks, and it's also great for maintenance of hardwood floors and any other kind of woods you have in the home.
So when shopping for a humidifier, what are some of the most important features and benefits that homeowners should be looking for?
One thing for sure is zero waste, not wasting the water. The other thing is capacity. The steam can do a larger style house in an instant, humidification. Actually, Jason, we have a couple products in the back, so why don't we go have a look?
So Jason, what are we looking at here?
We're looking at the Aprilaire 400 MK zero waste humidifier. This is the difference here. It has the 2 flow pools. This doesn't waste water. Your water comes in, goes in here. Whatever isn't used goes into here. That allows 100% of the water to be humidified into the home. The second float is in case of emergency, this one gets stuck. So it's a really good design. They've got 2 floats here, so you're not wasting any water. The difference with the water saver in this unit, this reuses the water. The water saver just moderates the water coming in and out.
So if we had a little more money and we wanted the ultimate in humidification for our house today, what type of unit would we go to?
We would go to a steam humidifier. It gives you more precise control, shoots steam directly into the duct system, gets your humidity level there quicker.
So that would do a very good job giving more of an even humidity throughout the house?
Yeah, it would be a more even and instantaneous humidity throughout the house.
Thank you very much, Jason, for coming in today. It's been very appreciative and we learned a lot. And if you need any information at home, please look us up online.
While working at home is great because it's pants optional and the fridge is right around the corner, it can get lonely. Sometimes I just need to reconnect with people in a social setting. And what better way than after work drinks? Best kind of library there is, Betty Lou's. Where does that come from?
Betty Lou's is my mother's name. She was one of the first female bartenders in Victoria, British Columbia, where I grew up. I love speakeasy. I love the whole generation they came from, the 1920s, roaring 20s. I love the aesthetics of the lost generation. I love the intimacy of a small room, and I love cocktails.
And the music is all the jazz music and such, right?
Absolutely. We do a postmodern take, so we have we have modern versions of old classics mixed with the classics as well.
Yeah, kind of sneak it in there, and people
Sneak
go,
it.
"Wait, what am I?" Yeah.
Is that Gangster's Paradise? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. What is it that you've brought to this, like special nights out, or do you have bands? Do you have anything along those lines?
Absolutely. Every Thursday we have a jazz trio play right in the center of our room. Every alternate Wednesday we have burlesque, which is a lot of fun. Oh yeah, and you know what? The woo-hooing is encouraged.
What inspires the names of your drinks?
The lost generation of writers, Paris, so all literary figures or literary characters. So we have Clara Bow. We have the Daisy Buchanan, we have F. Scott Fitzgerald, Tenors the Night, and The Beautiful and the Damned. So everything that's on our menu was inspired by literary characters.
All right, so speaking of Virginia Woolf, you're going to make me a drink?
You know what, I'm going to leave the making of the drink to my head bartender Dennis, and I'll be there just to make sure it goes
Awesome.
right.
Will you join me in one?
I'd love to.
Excellent. Here's to next Tuesday. I'm coming back for the movie night, but how do I get in?
Oh, you need a password.
Okay, you're going to share that with me? Excellent. Cheers.
Cheers. Nice meeting you.
You too. What if somebody breaks in? Homes and Lifestyles Canada is an independent production made possible with the support of Kahane Law, A&A Interiors, Canada Mortgage Direct, APHIS, Canyon Plumbing and Heating, and EXP Realty. Wardrobe provided by Bellissima and Nagel. Hair and makeup by Swizzle Stick Salon Spa. Be sure to stay connected with us for behind the scenes and amazing giveaways at homesandlifestyles.ca and visit us online, Facebook, and Instagram.